Hello and welcome to this training session on SISk12. And you're going to learn today in this particular session is the method of printing out grades for a student. There are two basic methods to do this. If you just have one student that wants to see their grades or you're concerned with and you want to send information home or with a student or want to email it to parents, a couple of ways you can do that. The first method is to go to the hour that you have the student in your regular gradebook. So in this case, I'm going to go to my physical science class. I'm going to click on the Gradebook and it will bring up my list of students. I've got Huey Duck, Minnie Duck, and Phineas Duck. The one that I am concerned most with is Phineas. He has currently a D- in my class, so I'm going to click next on the index card. That will bring up his contact information. From this point, I want to move my mouse up to the top menu bar and click on the orange Gradebook where it says Gradebook Summary if you hover over that, and it will bring up this option. Two things I want to draw your attention to here. Right now, if you click on Show Terms Grades for all classes, if you click on that, okay, it's going to show you his grades for every class that he has. Now, this is obviously a fictitious student. There have been no grades entered for world history, but if it were a normal student, all of their other classes would show up on this screen. Once I have this, I can go to Actions, Print Student Gradebook. The report title, I'm going to call this Phineas Duck Grades. You can rename that to whatever would be appropriate for your particular student. Hit Start Report and it's going to load, and then it will show up on your Windows computer on a PC like this. Firefox or Macs, it usually downloads separately, won't show up like this. But here are Phineas Duck's grades, and from here you can print it. You can save it by clicking on this area here, or the nice feature, you can also email it, and it'll bring up your email browser, and you can send that out to the parent, to another teacher, whatever you wish. So that's method one. One more thing I want to show you. His biggest concern was obviously the physical science because of his grades. When I go back to the display options, which is the initial screen that comes up, I can click on where it says subject and you get this H number. If you click on that subject number, it will actually bring up his individual grades. And from this point, notice it gives you some options: reverse date orders, sort by date or type, or your terms. You can go to your actions, drop that down, and print student gradebook. And what this will do for you, science class assignments. Okay, I'm going to name this, and it's going to show you the individual assignments for just that class. Won't show all of the other grades in the other classes, but just for this one physical science class where he's doing poorly on. And that way, you can draw here attention to whatever you want. So, for example, on September the 3rd, he tried to turn in another student's work and received a 0 for that. Couple things to point out too. Shows your progress reports that are automatically designated on September the 7th. What is a progress report? It went out and at that time he had an F, but currently his current term grade is a 60%. So it's brought it up just a little bit, and it shows it compared to the class averages as well. So that's the first method. The second method is equally easy. It just lets you look for any student basically to print up that you have access to. If you click this time, instead of on the gradebook here, if I click up on this particular gradebook, I can search for any students. So let's say I want to pick out one of the other Duck siblings. I want to print out Minnie's grades. So I'm going to do the same thing. I typed in the word Duck. I could type in Minnie as first name. Click on the little blue arrow button here. It will pull up the same screen that you got before. And if you want to show all grades, you simply click on this. Shows her B+ in physical science, no grade for world history. Actions, print student gradebook. Again, I can change the title name here if you want to. You don't have to. Then you click Start Report. Once that happens, sometimes you get this. It just pops up. You hit OK, and it will bring you right back to the Gradebook Summary. And there are her overall grades. Again, I can print those or email those. And if I want to go in and just print out her physical science grade for that class, real easy. You just click on that button, and under display options, you click on the subject line, and then it will print out, show you her individual grades, any comments that the teacher has made. I go to Actions, Print Student Gradebook. Again, I can change the name if I want to here, and Start Report. Once that happens, it'll either load in here directly or give you that little pop-up message saying, and then you hit OK. But it will show you the current grades. You can click on print. You can save it to your computer, or again, you can email. Just hover over these options and it will give you things that you can do with that as well. So I hope that helps you. That gives you 2 different ways you can print out individual grades for a student. Thanks for watching.